You eat the head? Here we go.
I don't know that I can put that in my mouth.
Oh my gosh, oh my god.
You are such a weenie. I'm trying not to breathe. Oh my gosh.
Alright, who's next? What do you want? First brain, first tongue, and now my first eyeball. We're Kara and Nate. We've spent the last 4 years traveling full-time, pursuing our goal of visiting 100 countries and all 7 continents. Like many of you, the coronavirus has completely flipped our world upside down.
We are back in Nashville.
So while we're stuck at home, we're taking this time to look back at some of our most memorable moments. In our last video, we showed you the 15 most unique accommodations we've ever stayed in. And in this video, we're gonna look at the strangest foods we've tried from around the world.
Oh my God.
So, I think we'll try the lamb testicles.
Okay.
Before we get started, I think it's important to define the word strange. Strange and bad are not synonymous. Strange just means different from what is usual, ordinary, or expected. So these are foods that seem strange to us from an American perspective, but that doesn't mean that we think negatively about anyone from countries where these foods are commonly eaten, and we definitely aren't passing any judgment.
We'd like to preface this video by saying that neither one of us were adventurous eaters before we started traveling, like, at all.
When we met in high school, Kara's favorite food was chicken nuggets.
Like, that's what I would order at a restaurant, any restaurant.
Anytime we went on a date.
Also, we're not proud of many of our reactions in this video to some of the foods that we tried.
Especially in the early days. We've come a long way.
We have, and now we'll eat pretty much anything with a smile on our face.
So if you think, wow, they seem like horrible people, that is going in the trash can. Oh my gosh.
We were a little dramatic.
It just shows you how much travel can change you as a person. There's just something about travel that pushes you outside of your comfort zone. It teaches you to be open-minded, and there's just something about being far away from home that encourages you to try things that you would have never considered in your normal life routine. Like cage diving with great white sharks, polar plunging in Antarctica, jumping off hanging platforms, or putting things in your mouth that you would have previously not considered edible, like most of the foods on this list.
All right, let's get started. The first time we really stepped out of our food comfort zone was just a few weeks into our life of full-time travel back in 2016, when we decided to try a fried tarantula and a scorpion from a street food vendor on the streets of Cambodia.
It's a lot meatier than the cricket.
As
we were being egged
on? I think it's egged. Egg on, insight, urge ahead, provoke, as in Jack is always egging me on to drive faster.
As we were being egged on by 2 Australians. She's gonna eat the top half.
No, not the claws.
I know, those are scary!
How nice of him to leave the claws for you.
They were so funny.
Just one big bite. Put it in.
Ready? Yep. I had the crickets yesterday.
Where's the spider?
Go on. Sorry.
Okay. No, that one doesn't have any legs.
That's okay.
How about that one? Oh, gross. Oh, you were so brave.
To be honest, they didn't taste bad at all. They tasted like crunchy soy sauce. It was just the texture of their spiky legs and the chewiness. It tastes kind of fuzzy. It made them hard to swallow.
So chewy, it doesn't go away.
Một cốc chè nó riêng riêng. Một cốc chè để vô here.
How we eat this?
Last year we found ourselves back in Vietnam with Kara's dad trying another local delicacy. This was Kara's dad's first time in Southeast Asia, and we told our tour guide that we wanted to push him out of his comfort zone. But when she stopped a street vendor who was selling partially fertilized eggs, I think we were more nervous than evil.
Take something inside.
Oh, maybe just one.
Maybe the one?
I don't know if I can do that.
Your dad took it like a champ.
Like, I think it caught him off guard at first.
You first.
And me too. I didn't know we were eating that.
A real duck inside?
It's a duck.
Yeah. Close the eye and then try.
Close your eyes and try.
I'll do it.
Okay, we are about to eat
Duck.
a duck egg.
Duck egg with
Baby
like
duck
a
egg.
partially formed baby duck. I thought that's like what was gonna make the video is his discomfort.
And he's like, oh, tastes like chicken.
Weird texture. No? Tastes like chicken. We got a different piece. Roasted chicken.
Not bad. And then he went back for more.
I have another piece of this right here.
Wow. Proud of you, Kevin.
Good job, Daddy. Showed us up on our own food tour.
Very good.
As we were putting this list together, we realized that several of the items were just different parts of a sheep that different cultures consider delicacies. Like the sheep testicles that 2 locals ordered for us in Lebanon.
We can order something else and we can share all together.
That's great. Okay.
We had never met these men before. We just got seated at a table with them, and next thing we knew, they were ordering our lunch for us.
This is the testicle. Simple and easy, the testicle. You can go like that.
Get some sauce, get some testicles. Okay, I never thought I would be eating lamb testicles. I just thought about it for a second. It's delicious. I'm not kidding. It's like so tender. I just can't believe
Your
I'm
face impression was kind of like, what I'm doing? Am I doing that really?
They were so nice. They got a kick out of it too.
They really took us under their weight.
Yeah.
My friend, nice to meet you. And pleasure talking to you and seeing you.
Thank
Okay,
you so much.
bye-bye.
Gosh, I want that hummus
Oh,
with the fried chickpeas on top and the olive oil.
we've been drooling watching these videos. Not like some of them, but
Okay, moving on.
in Iceland, half of a sheep's head with the brain removed is considered a delicacy.
Lambasvid sodin, which is a lamb,
A sheep's head.
a sheep head.
Half.
It's called lambasvid, so I think it's a lamb head.
That could be true. And it's traditionally eaten during a midwinter festival. We decided to try it while we were there with my sister and her husband. Not bad.
But it's weird though.
Many Icelanders consider the eye to be the best part of the head. I was the unlucky one who lost a bet and had the privilege of eating the one and only eyeball. 1, 2, 3, 4, roll.
It was Nate's idea to roll a dice to see who had to eat it, and then he rolled his number.
The Lord speaks.
To be fair, I don't think anybody else would have actually eaten it.
No.
I'm scared it's gonna crunch.
I'm scared it's gonna pop.
It's gonna be a gusher.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
It's on my tongue.
It's in his mouth.
Okay, it didn't pop. It's kind of like that.
There's more if you want.
It didn't taste that bad.
You're
the
better
texture
than
is just
us.
super weird.
That's it.
Yeah, to take out the brain from inside.
I never thought this day would come. We are about to eat its brain.
And tongue.
And
Yeah.
unlike Iceland, in Jordan, the sheep's brain is not removed when the head is cooked. It's actually considered a delicacy as well. Oh. And while we were there, our local friends took us to a restaurant that specialized in serving every part of the sheep, including the brain. Brain's not bad.
Yeah, it's not.
And the tongue. Oh, the tongue's much better.
Yeah.
And
And the eyeball. It was my turn to eat an eyeball. I think mine was better though.
I
Mine
did
had
not think you were
olive oil
gonna do
on
it. I don't think our guide thought you were gonna do it.
He was so pumped.
he was pumped until, what did you say? It tasted like chicken, and he was like,
Kind of tastes like chicken.
Like chicken?
His mind, he was like, no. Oh yeah, he's really stuck.
In South Korea, we visited a fish market and sought out a couple of the most unique local dishes.
How much for an octopus? 5,000?
After buying a penis fish and a live octopus from a vendor,
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
we took it to a food stall located right around the corner and had them both prepared in traditional style.
You heard that right. We ate something that is actually called penis fish.
Oh, that feels so weird. Oh, it's squirting. We've been told that's what it translates to in Korean. Whoa. The wiggling octopus isn't alive. It just has nerves, I guess, that continue moving after it dies. So we weren't eating live octopus. There was just still like nerves that were making it move around. It literally like tentacled to the back of my throat.
That was an experience.
I've heard that most people that are not Australian think that this is disgusting. So far, most of the foods that have been on this list have been unique for their form, but Vegemite made the list because of its distinct taste.
It looks like chocolate.
It does. Oh, it does not smell like chocolate.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And because I didn't realize what I was doing the first time I tried it, and I put way too much of it on a piece of bread. I asked a guy at a gas station how to eat this, and he told me on toast. And my reaction is something that I'm not really proud of. This was the early days. Oh. That's disgusting. Before we had realized to be sensitive to other cultures. Oh, I don't know how to swallow it. I feel bad with stinky tofu.
And sensitive to others in a lounge. Smell it. I'm trying to figure out what it smells like.
Bread stinky.
And thanks to our new friend who lives in Australia, we've been able to give Vegemite a second chance. And we are proud to say,
we have come a long way.
we know how to properly eat Vegemite now, and we kind of like it. So our friend told us to think of Vegemite like salt or like soy sauce. Like if we took a whole jar of salt and dumped it on this piece of bread, it would be really bad. But a little but a little pinch of salt enhances it and makes it really yummy. Cheers. It really does enhance it.
I mean, it's still kind of weird. It's
strange, not weird.
Okay, we'll have to look up the definition of weird. I see how this could like become addicting. Like I'm not there yet.
There is something about it.
Yeah.
I hit the spot. All this food talk got me hungry. One of the most underrated experiences we've had in our travels to 100 countries was spending a day bushwhacking through the Amazon jungle with the local. And we were like deep in the Amazon jungle. Like that was crazy.
Yeah, those videos are underrated. Maybe we didn't do a good job filming them, but like the experience that we had.
I mean, it was just us and that super awesome guy. And he was just like,
and it's not like, I mean, we booked a tour, but that wasn't set up for tourists. Like we didn't go to like a fake Amazon village.
Right, yeah, we just passed like these random people just living in the jungle.
And he was like, do you want to try this thing?
And I'd be like, I think so.
Do people do this?
Would you offer it to me if it would make me sick? I hope not.
It's delicious.
So we just thought we were going on a hike, but that day we were presented with two very unique culinary experiences. The first one was what our guide referred to as
jungle milk,
otherwise known as spit beer. And to this day, when I really think about what we drank, it's probably the one that grosses me out the most.
So the people that work here are in the process of making jungle beer. They've dug up these yucca roots and they are like peeling the yucca roots and they're putting them in this pot. They'll be boiled in the pot. They'll smash up the yucca and then the lady that was just here will chew it up and spit it back in the pot because apparently that helps the fermentation process.
And then you drink it. You drink what was in someone's mouth. Ooh.
Remember we said we were more culturally sensitive now.
That was so much fun though.
Also, this man's 5-year-old daughter is much better with a knife than I am. I'm a little embarrassed right now. Later that day, we stopped for lunch, and we learned that our guide had been collecting palm grubs to cook for us over the fire.
It comes from the jungle, but...
Oh my God!
Wow, those are huge!
They can bite you really well. We're gonna make a shish kebab of this.
Thankfully, puncturing them with the stick allowed most of the inside juices to escape before we bit in. So the explosion that happened inside of my mouth wasn't as bad as expected. Palm grubs are good. I'm not getting the rest of them.
They were so big.
I will say though, of like all of the things we've eaten, like my expectation of how bad it was gonna taste and how it actually tasted, it was pretty good if you could mentally remove yourself from.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that.
I think it was just watching them crawl before they got cooked.
Delicious. Yep.
This one goes down as the tastiest food on the list.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
As we wandered the streets of Istanbul, we passed by several small street stalls that were roasting delicious smelling meat on a spit with really long lines. And usually super long lines of locals means that place is really good and you should eat there.
We have found a lot of delicious hidden gems that way.
I just said 2. I don't know what it is.
We ordered the sandwiches and devoured them without ever knowing exactly what we were eating. And it wasn't until we posted the video on Instagram that we realized that we had just eaten an intestine sandwich. Lamb intestines. We had no clue.
We did know that we were eating lamb because the guy bobbed for you.
It's just chopped up veggies with some meat. What is it? Lamb? Lamb. It's lamb. Looks great. Thank you.
And that really just goes to show how much your mindset affects your attitude towards the food. Like, if he would have said, these are lamb intestines, try, I would have been like, okay. And I would have tried it to be nice, and I probably would have been like, it's okay.
But instead you were like, this is the best sandwich I've ever put in my mouth.
Ate the whole thing and totally loved it. And then I would check my Instagram and everyone was like, that's intestines. And I was like, oh, all right.
That is fantastic.
Almost 4 years after eating bugs on the street in Cambodia, we found ourselves at a night market in Thailand, presented with another opportunity to give bugs a try.
This is called a horseshoe crab. Honestly, it looks like a big roach.
You know you're outside of most people's comfort zone when you have an audience gathering around watching you eat something.
Oh, there's stuff inside of that one.
That one guy ate the rest of mine.
We did. We sucked some people in that time.
Going?
Pushed them out of their comfort zone. You're welcome.
Yeah. In the US, we consider guinea pigs pets, but in Peru, they are food. But it's just like how we consider chickens food here.
We're pigs.
Or cows, fish, lamb.
Possums.
We were in Peru with Nate's parents for several weeks, and we had the chance to try guinea pig twice. The first time we had it at a restaurant, and it was super gamey and kind of tasted like what I would expect a rat to taste like.
Not exactly chicken, it's got a little different flavor to it than that.
But the second time it was cooked underground the traditional way, and it was much better.
This is...
Stunk up the car.
Going back to Iceland, they have a traditional dish known as fermented shark that was created out of necessity. We bought this yesterday and it's been sitting out on the porch because it stunk up the entire apartment. The shark meat is fermented and then hung out to dry for months until it's ready to eat. When you smell fermented shark, it doesn't seem like something you should put in your body.
I thought it was gonna smell like rotten fish. It smells like ammonia.
So it feels like you're about to eat a cleaning product.
Imagine the stuff you sprinkle on throw up. That's what it was. Oh gosh, Kayla!
I'm not gonna say it tasted good, but it definitely tastes better than it smells.
Oh, it's not as bad as you think.
No.
It's getting there.
Just because we are
It's burning.
accepting of what other cultures enjoy eating does not mean that we have to enjoy it ourselves.
That's a good way to put it.
This was early though, so the reaction still
Dramatic.
personal.
Oh, it's burning.
Don't let it get there.
It's burning.
It did burn though.
I so wish that you could smell through the camera right now.
Last but not least, to this day, this is our least favorite food we've ever tried. The first time we tried stinky tofu was once again at the very beginning of our travels in Taiwan, and I'm a little embarrassed of my reaction.
We got it.
Here we go, trying stinky tofu.
I think I have cat pee in my mouth.
Oh, free to judge.
I deserve any mean comments.
It doesn't go away.
But 3 years later, we decided to give it another try at an Asian street food market in Vancouver with a friend. And it was just as bad as we remember.
When you bite into it,
Okay.
I don't like it.
the juices are coming down.
It's in my nose.
I really thought it wouldn't be as bad. Like, think about all the things that we ate.
I thought we had expanded our palates.
4 years later, it was just as bad.
It's just not our thing.
I can't eat it anymore.
All right, and that does it for the strangest foods that we have tried during our 100 country journey. And surprisingly, we've only been sick to our stomachs a handful of times, and it was never because of the foods on this list. Keeping an open mind and an open palate has enriched our travels so much, and in so many cases has brought us closer to the locals, and we have eaten, I truly believe, we've had some of the best food that this world has to offer. But I remember these.
For better or for worse, these are the memorable ones. That's honestly one of the most rewarding parts of travel. You can't help but become more open-minded when you're exposed to new people and new cultures, whether it be with food or just your general outlook on life and people.
Oh, wow.
And this may be a little deep for the ending of a food video, but we truly believe that the world would be a much kinder and more understanding place if more people took the time to travel and try to understand other cultures.
It's true.
Doesn't mean you have to like it. I don't like that. This is gross, Australians.
I hate that. I hate that.
That was us 4 years ago. Like cage diving with great white sharks. I've been in Tennessee too long. I don't even think that was Tennessee. I don't know what that was. Like.
And the yes.
No. Yes.
Great white shark.
I do think we embellished for the video to make more exciting content to watch.
Yeah. You didn't actually fall over because you couldn't handle the Vegemite.
That's what I was trying to say. We don't have any butter.
Okay, don't get mad if you're from Australia.
Don't patronize the Australians. We've hurt them enough. It's yeast extract
I do think it has
with salt.
some health benefits, which is better than salt.
B1, B2, B3. I feel like that's like the American cereal
B
companies
vitamins.
trying to make us think that we all need to eat breakfast.
And
It's not
soy.
bad.
It's not bad. Thank you, Damien, for sending it all the way from Australia. And for the coffee and the chocolate. So many nice people in the world. Do I have any Vegemite in my teeth?
No.